Okay? When Ecclesiasticus 19th chapter, and we're going to read verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thy threaten him. Tell him what he did wrong before you bring a threat upon him. And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. Look, say not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what he's talking about, Leviticus 19th chapter, verse 17 and 18. That's why I say give place to the law of the Most High. See, this is very important. Go back to Ecclesiastes 26th chapter. Verse 17. As the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. See, it's like that light shining on that candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. It says, as the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with a constant heart, constant mind, constant way of thinking in righteousness. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound. So keep the flower of your age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers, as we read King Solomon did. And you see what happened. It says, when thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, which is the world, you got a fruitful woman through all the world, sow it with thine own seed, sow it with your own seed. Trust in the goodness of thy stock. Trust in the goodness of your lineage of who you are, your stock. So thy race, now race is in the Bible, which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. See, having the confidence of their good descent. Ecclesiastes 26 and 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. The way she be blinking her eyes at you. That's whoredom of a woman. Verse 8. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. She don't cover her shame. Be shameful as ever. And when she come out of her being drunk, you tell her what she did, and she, I'm sorry. This world say, they can do whatever they want to do in this because it's a sickness until they do something to the wrong people, then they're going to prosecute them to the utmost. But with us, against each other, they just sick. Nothing's being happening to help them come out of it. Look, go to verse 19, Ecclesiastes 26 and 19. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. Give not thy strength to strangers. So go to Isaiah 52. What is strength? What's this strength? Don't give your strength to strangers. King Solomon did. Say, awake, awake. Isaiah 52 and 1. Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments. Say, put on your beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. Leave them alone. Say, put on your beautiful garments, O Israelites, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. They ain't coming around us no more. Gotta shake thyself from the dust. Shake yourself from the dust. That's why I say don't give nobody else your strength. Put on thy strength. Shake thyself from the dust. Shake yourself from the dust. Being in a lower state. Woe is me. Come out of that. Stand up and be an Israelite. Arise. Come, Yasharallah, and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. See what he said? Come on. O captive daughter of Zion, loose thyself from the bands of thy neck. What's above your neck? Just the neck here. What's above the head? Your mind, the way you think. Loose yourself from the way you think in captivity. Who? O captive daughter of Zion. That's very important. O captive daughter of Zion. The daughters of Zion that's in captivity. Loose yourself from the ways of this world. The way the Edomites would have you to be in their kingdom, to be accepted. The things that you gravitate to that's contrary to the way of the Most High, His laws, statutes, commandments. But thus said the Most High, you have sold yourself for naught. So you sold yourself for nothing. Who are you talking to? Daughter of Zion. The daughters of Zion. You sold yourself for nothing. And you shall be redeemed without money. We'll be redeemed without money. Money ain't going to save us, no matter how much money you have. When the Most High called for you, say, I got this amount of money so he can let me live some more longer. He don't care about that. We're going to be redeemed without money, as it says, as it is written. Hallelujah. Isaiah 51:9. Awake, awake. Put on strength, O arm of the Most High. Awake, as in the ancient days, in the generation of old. Art thou not it that have cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Art thou not it which have dried the sea, the waters of the deeps, the great deep, that have made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Open up the Red Sea and made the ground solid so we can walk over it without going through mush and sinking into the bottom of the sea. You know how wet that is and how many years it would be for him to, that's a miracle of miracles. Therefore the redeemed of the Most High shall return and come with singing unto Zion. You singing? Or you say you against singing? The redeemed, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, or the Most High shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldst be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? And forgettest the Most High, power Yahweh, thy power, thy maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth, and have feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he was ready to destroy? And where is the fury of the oppressor? Where is he at now, he's saying? I'm in control. I rule in the kingdom of men. I determine that the oppressor is no more. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. But I am the Most High, thy power, that divided the sea, whose waves roared. The Most High of hosts is his name. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. Hallelujah. That's what we waiting on. Well, they say, awake, 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 wake up, Yasharala, stand up, O Jerusalem, which have drunk of the at the hand of the Most High the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of the trembling and wrung them out. See, there was none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. Nobody, because ain't no man gonna save us. No man gonna save us. We gotta depend totally on the Most High. Period. Ecclesiastes 28 and 15. Ecclesiastes 28 and 15. We got to depend on our power. It says, a backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors. You know, a virtuous woman is very important, you know. But a backbiting tongue, as it's saying, have cast out virtuous women. Could they be jealous of them because they're not virtuous themselves? Or jealous of a man that have a virtuous woman to cast them out and deprive them of their labors? Whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly. See, the stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh. So he said, you ain't gonna never be quiet. You ain't gonna never be able to chill. Say the stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. Man, remember said, many have died by the sword, but not as many have died by the tongue, the words that you speak. The stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. Man. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. Words that's been speaking. You know, that's what he's saying. That word, them words can cut all the way to the bone. Be like, man, yuck. You go to Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. In the Bible, Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. 66 books, I might say. Ecclesiastes 5 and 1. Keep thy foot when thou go up to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear, and not running your mouth, talking all the time, than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Yeah. They don't consider that they're doing evil. That's why the Most High said, let a woman learn in silence, and suffer not a woman to teach, and nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in a transgression. See, you have those that want to, you know, exalt the woman in a different position that she should be in, so that she's failing. She'll fail. These scriptures lead to life. So you got to look at the right side and the left side. You got to look at the righteousness and the wickedness, so you don't be wicked. But if you never look at what makes you wicked, then you always think you righteous when you're wicked. If you don't know what the Most High is saying in these words, so we got to eat the whole roll. Got to eat it all. We can't just separate ourselves from, you know, trying to, you know, be catering to women because you afraid a woman's not gonna like you. That's what men do. Ecclesiastes 37 and 11. It ain't me, you're not gonna like. It's the Most High. Ecclesiastes 37 and 11. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. Remember it says, Most I don't like a woman that's jealous of another woman. Said, neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. You know she's jealous of this woman. You're going to bring it up. And some people, I use that as malice or some type of way to get back at her. You know she's jealous of her, so you bring it up. Said what the scriptures say. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. Neither with a coward in matters of war. You can go no coward in war. Nor with a merchant concerning exchange. You don't know how to deal in exchanging goods and so forth, making money. Nor with the buyer or seller, nor with a envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with an howling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel. So don't listen to them. But be continually with the righteous man, whom thou knowest, to keep the commandments of the Most High, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. You know? Gonna be right there with you, feeling your pain, sorrowing right with you. Ecclesiasticus 36 and 21. A woman will receive every man. Hear that? A woman will receive every man. Meaning she'll have any man. Yet is one daughter better than another? So a woman will receive every man. She's going to lay down there and have sex with any man. That's what it's saying. A woman will receive every man. Yet is one daughter better than another? The beauty of a woman cheers to countenance. A woman that's beautiful, it cheers to countenance. You smile at it, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, there be kindness, meekness, and comfort. She ain't trying to be rowdy, but she got kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue and the way she speak. Then it's not her husband like other men. Say, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. So what I thought, when you look at this world say, if a woman gets a man, then she get a help like unto herself. It said, but we read the judgment of the woman, where the Most High said what he said in Genesis 3:16. Here it says again, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, meaning she's a helpmate, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. She's supposed to be that pillar of rest. She's supposed to be a helpmate, a help to the man. And she be a help to the man, as virtuous woman, then he's gonna have to love her unless he needs to get rid of her. Separate for a minute. You virtuous as ever, and you truly virtuous, not just thinking you're virtuous and not virtuous. You're doing all this for the man, he gotta love you. But some men are not like that. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. She's doing everything for the man that he can imagine and not imagine, to make sure that he have that pillar of rest. That's what a woman's supposed to be about. And the man's supposed to appreciate that to the utmost. You're out in the world dealing with the madness of the world. You come home and you want to be feeling your woman and loving her for her doing this, helping you as your possession. This is it. He shall rule over you. That's the verdict. But in love, according to the commandments, not in no way you can think the world is now. No, in righteousness. What you think is gonna change? You think women's live gonna be in the kingdom? Yes, no. Women gonna be over men in the kingdom? Like it is now? You get a man so he could be your helpmate? Where that's at? Because women think a man, you get a man so they can take care of you. Totally. Where's that at? How do you make you virtuous? You don't have to do nothing, just stay home and just look good. Keep the house kind of halfway decent. And he bring the check to you. Where's that at? Solomon had 1,000 women. He ain't find one worthy. And you know he had the money to be able to get anything she desired. He used to wake up in the morning and take gold and gold dust and take his hand and just throw it up in the air and solid gold just go into his big afro and roll. Queen of Sheba thought the doorman was Solomon. He was so decked out and so forth. Drink out of golden cups and just toss them to the side. He was that rich. They still looking for King Solomon's mines. And he still do it all. You know, in this world because we ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So that's what I say, when you look at how it's supposed to be and how it's going to be, as you read these scriptures, then you got to prepare your mind for how it's going to be. You can't be against how it's going to be and you think you're going to be there? Nah. You're not going to be there. None of us that go against how it's going to be and you ain't rehearsing the righteous acts of how it's going to be in your mind to say, you can't be against it. How you going to make it? Verse 25 says, where there's no hedge, where no hedge is, where you ain't putting some kind of boundaries around her, they're the possession is spoiled. Hear that? There ain't no boundaries around her, then the possession going to be spoiled. Somebody going to rob you of her. And he that have no wife will wander up and down morning. See, let you know she going to be gone. But then nobody wants any boundaries because everybody want to say, I'm free. I can do whatever I want to do. You do whatever you want to do, then, hey, you're going to be spoiled. Put some milk in a cup and just let it stay there. Put it out in the sun, let it stink. That's how you're going to be, funky. Stinking. That's the law of jealousy. That's what we used to do back in the day when we was rolling with the Most High. And the Mashiach that was shy and the priests and so forth. Take the law of jealousy, took that woman in there, and if she messed around, she was spoiled, she gonna be smelling smart. He give her a contraction to drink and a thyroid. What you think that's talking about? Start stinking. Because y'all was sweet smell between your legs, but then you messed up, Most High made it stink. And that's how you would know, she messed up. Because she stank and everybody else smelling sweet. But if she didn't, then hey, that man had to be dealt with for accusing her. So it's a balance there. So these are things that work, people. Ecclesiastes 41 and 21. And to turn away thy face from thy kinsman, or to take away a portion or a gift, or to gaze upon another man's wife, or to be over busy with his maid. So you can't be, let's stop there. You can't be gazing at another man's wife. That's wrong. Or to be over busy with his maid, this young woman, and come not near her bed, or of upbraiding speeches before friends, And after thou hast given up braid not, or of iterating and speaking again that which thou hast heard, speaking like we were saying before, let it die with you. And a revealing of secrets, telling people secrets, so shall thou be truly shamefaced and find favor before all men. So you got to watch what we do. Go to Matthew the 6th chapter. And the things that it's saying there in operating this mortal bodies in the flesh. So we know you can't let the flesh overrule your spirit. The flesh is always warring against the spirit, but you gotta let the spirit win. Matthew the 6th chapter. And verse 1 to 4. Say, take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. So you ain't supposed to be, doing your alms to be seen of men. A lot of these churches, they really are profitable with the majority of the population in the church being women. So he's telling you, don't do your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. You just do whatever you do. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee. Don't be saying, I did this, I did that, I did this, I gave this, I gave this, I gave that. I did this for this person, as hypocrites do. Now he's calling you a hypocrite if you do this. Then you ain't really dealing with the truth. In the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men, that somebody gonna elevate you for what it is that you do. You want to be somebody in hell, because they in hell, he in hell right here. The Roman Empire was hell. They the ones put him to death, didn't they? Till they putting us to death now, hanging us on trees. They hung him on a tree, hanging us on trees. He didn't make himself with no reputation. It says he just gave the word, because he is the word of the Most High. That they may have glory of men. Men might elevate them, think they somebody. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. You hear that? Some people, that's all they're going to have is in this world. Now, that's it. He said, they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. Just do it. Just do what you got to do. Keep it moving. Don't be concerned about it. Let nobody know nothing. Nobody to know anything. Go to Ecclesiasticus 42 and 11. Meaning, don't be bragging about what you do, what you have done, what you give, what you have, in helping someone. Ecclesiasticus 42 and 11. Say, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies. See, a shameless daughter, you got to keep a good watch over her. Say, lest she make you a laughing stock to thine enemies. And a byword in the city. They be talking about you. And a reproach is disgrace among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Who is this? A shameless daughter that have no shame in the game, doing it whatever she want to do and how she want to do it, and shaming you. You're going to be talked about. Disgrace. Say, behold not everybody's beauty. Don't behold everybody's beauty. And sit not in the midst of women. You hear that, men? So don't behold everyone's beauty, especially another man's beauty. You're supposed to look upon his wife anyway. And say, and don't sit amongst women. Don't be sitting in the midst of women. You see men sitting all up in the midst of women against the scriptures. For from garments cometh a moth. You know, you got wool garments, that moth gonna eat it up, put a hole in them, put holes in them. And from women, wickedness. That's what it says. Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach. See, a woman that brings shame and reproach is about nothing. Because reproach means disgrace. She brings disgrace. It's a bad thing. That's why we got to understand and overstand that the Most High is watching over everything. It's nothing. As a matter of fact, go to verse 18. He seeketh out the deep. It's the Most High. He seeketh out the deep and the heart. They go to the heart again, and the spirit. Wow. And the mind, how we think. And consider their crafty devices. For the Most High knoweth all that may be known, and he beholdeth the signs of the world. You know all the crafty devices you plan on doing? He already know it. And all the signs of the world. He declareth the things that are past and for to come. See? He declared the things that are in the past and the things that's going to be in the future. And revealeth the steps of hidden things. No thought escaping him. Hear that? No thought escaping him. So how you thinking, women? Your thoughts ain't escaping him. Neither any word is hidden from him. What you speak, it ain't hidden from the Most High. He hath garnished the excellent works of his wisdom. And he is from everlasting to everlasting. Unto him may nothing be added, neither can be diminished. And he have no need of any counselor who have known the mind of the Most High. He don't need no counselor. Who gonna tell him that he's wrong? Nobody, unless you're a fool. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain forever for our uses, and they are all obedient. Hear that? Everything he made is all obedient. No matter how you look at it and how we look at it, they're all obedient to the way the Most High made them to be. All things are double one against another, and he hath made nothing imperfect. One thing establishes the good of another, and who shall be filled with beholding his glory? Who? Right now. So we trying to get through living in the world of eating of the tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil. Better recognize Ecclesiastes 22 and 5. Ecclesiastes 22 and 5. She that is bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband. Hear that? She that's bold dishonoreth both her father and her husband, but they both shall despise her. Because she done stepped over. The man supposed to be taking care of things. She done stepped in the way of the man. Her daddy and her husband is there. And she gonna step in front of the man that dishonored her father and her husband. But they both shall despise her. You know that? A real man gonna despise her. But in this world, you despise it, now you're going to have a problem, right? Because the world is contrary to the Most High's word. She's going to rule over her father and her husband, huh? And that's off. That's really off. That's off, y'all. So, we're gonna end by going to the virtuous woman. You know, I challenge you to. I think I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Look at how you read. We're gonna read this, and you show me how that equates to a woman looking for a man so that he can take care of her and do everything for her, but yet still she says she's virtuous. From what we're gonna read here. Proverbs 31:10. Now he's going to take care of her. But I want you to hear this as the Most High given us in the spirit of a virtuous woman, and then explain to me how she could just sit at home and the man going to take care of her, and that's all she have to do is just look good or beautiful. I mean, ain't nobody good but the Most High. And this word, his law, such commandments, but look well or beautiful, whatever. And she don't have anything to be able to vouch for her being like this. So this is what a virtuous woman, this is what she about. Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Her price is far above rubies. Rubies cost a lot. The heart of her husband, here we go, that heart again. That's why the Spirit had me going to the heart. The mind of her husband does safely trust in her. Safely trust in her. So that he shall have no need of spoil. He don't need no spoil. You know what spoil is? That's like you go out there for war, and the minute you kill, you can take everything that they have. They go out there decked out. So they put on that beautiful garments. We wore our warlike garments was like you can get the garments like Mashiach said, told the disciples, go sell your garments and buy 2 swords. His garment was woven from the top to the bottom with no seams. How much did that cost? They bid it for his garment. So look, you don't need no small sale. A virtuous woman's husband, the heart of her husband, does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. He ain't need nothing from no one. He ain't got to reach down there and get whatever he got, because he got a virtuous woman. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool, therefore she got to go out find wool. She ain't at home finding it. She going seeking wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She ain't get the wool for nothing. She ain't getting the flax for nothing. She working willingly with her hands. So on and so forth. She is like the merchant ships. Say she like the merchant ships. She like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She bringeth her food from afar. She's going to get food. She like the merchant ships. The merchants, what they doing? They selling everything. They bring merchant ships. They line up. They bringing everything you can think of to sell it to the country that they're bringing them merchandise to. That's how this virtual woman is. She is like the merchant ships. She bring up her food from afar. Maybe she going out getting food. Might have to go across the city to get it. She rises also while it is yet night. She raising up as it's night. She ain't sleeping all night. She getting up while it's still night and giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She's making sure that people are fed. She considereth a field. She see a field and buyeth it. That's what she's doing. She see a field, she buy it. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. She planted a garden. She planted a vineyard. Grapes and so forth. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. Strong. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out at by night. Meaning she's doing things at night. For what? Her merchandise. What she's doing. She lay her hands to the spindle. She's sewing. And her hands hold the distaff. Making clothes and so forth. She stretches out her hand to the poor. She helped the poor. Yeah. She reaches forth her hands to the needy. She got to have something, this virtuous woman, to give to the needy, to the poor. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. She ain't afraid of snowing outside. Oh, man, I ain't going out there. She ain't afraid of the snow for her household, for her husband and children. For all her household are clothed with scarlet, looking good. They red garments that she'd have made. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. The elders know her husband. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, see, they know him. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, see. How she at home not doing anything? How you see that the man got to do everything and she got to sit there like a king and a queen? Listen, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. See? She making girdles and delivering to the merchant. She making money. Got her own business. This is what it sounds like to me. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Hear that? You say put on that strength, put on that beautiful garments. So she dressed like an Israelite woman. Strength and honor are her clothing. Her clothing are strength and honor within the way she looked and carried herself. How she dressed and so forth. And she shall rejoice in time to come. She gonna be happy in time to come. She opened up her mouth with wisdom. The wisdom of the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this word of the Most High. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. In her speech is kindness. She care for her family. She care for Yasharallah, the 12 tribes of Israel. But in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. See, evil comes with idleness. She don't eat the bread of idleness to allow Satan to come in, to have her be not virtuous. And all her virtuous acts are disappeared behind her being evil, from being idle. If she's not dealing with idleness, then she's doing something. She's occupying herself with something, doing something. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. That's why I say, a woman that's virtuous doing all this thing, what, a man not gonna praise her? Gotta praise. If he not praising you, something wrong. You doing all this? He's not gonna look up to you? Everybody else is, he's not? Better think again. Well, you better